Yeah, that's the way to start the day. I'm Professor Voqas, and this is Harry Potter, Wizards Unite. Good way to start the day. Just caught Newt. Not only caught Newt, but I knew that was my third one that I needed. So you can see me place his image. Nice. So first, let's get that rank up. Let's see how much family experience this gives me. Even though I don't need it anymore, I just want to see if it's. Oh, it's 100. It is 100. Oh, because he's emergency level. Duh. It wouldn't be the same as Moody, which was 80. Nice. Rank 39 and moved up. So I am here at the same water fixture Waverly Place that you've seen me many times. Ooh, energy. And you can see I haven't made much progress still. 9 out of 30 on the brilliant Ron, Hermione, and Harry's, and 3 of the Kingsley Shacklebolts and nothing else. So there's really 2 goals here. It's catching a bunch of Foundables, and the second one is Wizarding challenges. So we're going to go ahead and attack the Foundables first. Especially if you look here, this is the place that infamously does not have a fortress. Lots of good inns and lots of good Foundables up here, but no fortress. So I'm going to go ahead and start hitting these out, and I'll come back to you when we are done with these. Just a couple more to go. All the Kingsleys are done, as you already saw. I need 2 more of these. So hopefully, of the 3 I just saw, I'm hoping 2 of them are not Kingsley. There's one. Exit out, and of course a Portkey. Yes, Portkey. So just need one of these to be not a Kingsley. There you go. That was a good cast. Here we are on the last one, which would get us past those 2. And I have one more thing that you probably saw. You might have noticed it, but let's get to this first. So first things first. There we go. Return 30, got that. Spellbook and 15 brilliant Kingsley Shacklebolt, and I got that. So right now, everything I have left all has to do with Wizarding challenges. So Night Bus or go to a fortress. But let's back out. Let's go over to the registry. I don't know if you saw, I got Tank of Brains, two Tank of Brains, and that's exactly what I needed. Ministry of Magic ranked up to 40. So if we go down here, you can see that is the last thing I need for this page. So not only did I get the Tank of Brains, which is really nice, which gave me 50 Ministry of Magic family XP, nice, but I get to prestige this page. All right. And there we are, over to bronze, and back to the beginning. It did carry some fragments forward for me, so that was nice. So it took me about an hour to get the 30 and the 15, although I was a little bit into it, so a little less than that. But I'm going to go ahead and finish out these spawns here, because there's some rare spawns here. I do want to see what they are. But I'll catch up to you when I'm at a fortress, which means I'm leaving here and going somewhere else. I'll see you over there. Made it over to Bond Park, the big park I like to go to, and I'm here at a fortress. And I'm not going to go through everything with you, but what we're going to try to knock out very first is my highest chamber, Forest Chamber 4. We will try to do it solo. I'm definitely going to use a level 1 runestone. I'll just, you know what, I'll use a level 1 runestone from this event, the brilliant one, so that it doesn't raise the difficulty any higher than it needs to be. I'll probably have to use some potions. 7 foes. I still think I should be able to make it. I'm going to definitely hit myself with that first. It's a dangerous Urkling. I think I may even use a potion right off the bat. Maybe a strong. Oh, do I not have a strong? I don't know, I do. Yeah, definitely going to use just a strong, and then we'll go from there. See, we'll see how much damage I'm doing. Yeah. I've got 20-something healing potions, so no worries there. I could definitely just heal myself through this whole thing. See if I get something I can defeat. All right, time is also of the essence. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be rough. I'm not sure if I can do this. Let's hex him. Imposing Death Eater. Okay, two things happened. You can see I'm back out, and hopefully I put the fail screen you probably just saw a second ago. But at the same time, I actually had my camera on top of a garbage can, and it fell into the garbage can about halfway through, and I was fighting. At the very end, I'll put it right here. Look how many seconds I had left. I was fighting the formidable Death Eater, and I just wasn't doing any damage, and I had no potions left, no potent or strong stimulos to use. I was just healing. I actually think I maybe could have done it if, again, I got one pixie, and I think that was it the whole battle. So everything else was things that I was not good against. So just a bad go of foes. So I am going to go back in again, I think, and give it one more shot, and I'll catch up with you when I'm at the end of it. As you can see, I was successful and got another junior undersecretary, Constance Pickering, even though I didn't really need her. And then also Skeeter's Quick Quotes Quill, which is another cool foundable to get. The big difference, I guess, in that version that you didn't see, I ended up getting, I think, 4 things that I'm proficient against. Even 2 dangerous werewolves, but it still goes faster than even imposing acromantulas for me. So if you ever can't get through a chamber and you think maybe it's too high level, check to see how many foes you were proficient against. And if you didn't have a lot, maybe try it again and see if you just get a better draw on your foes. Because that time I finished with like 45 seconds left, I think. Plenty of time, just plenty of time left. The nice thing is that is done. So complete 1 wizarding challenge in my highest chamber, but it's win, remember, you can't just finish it. As I showed you with the first one that I failed, I didn't get credit. I did fight 1 formidable foe in those challenges, and I've earned 683 experience for two fortresses. They were higher level, obviously, but with level 1 runestones. So we are gonna go ahead and start hitting some more fortresses. I'm actually probably gonna head down. Let me scroll around here. This fortress over here, the community center trail marker. There's actually some tables there. I think the lighting is better too. But we're gonna head over there and I'm gonna hit that fortress a whole bunch of times. And we may also do the night bus, and we're gonna talk about that. I am 1 formidable foe away, and as you can see, I probably shouldn't even have hexed him. This formidable werewolf will put me up to 7. Sweet, that's number 7 on the formidable foes. I will finish up this chamber and let you know where things stand with everything else in the tasks. There we go. So I'm out of here. Wizard Chest Queen, nice. So what I've been doing is hitting Tower Chamber 1 and 2. I think I hit Tower Chamber 3 once with level 5 runestones. And that's gotten me a lot of formidable foes. And so let's back out. Special assignments. Defeat 7 formidable foes in wizarding challenges. So the only thing I have left now is the 10,000, which you can see I have 1632, 1,632 to get 1 spellbook, and that will finish the whole event. So speaking of fortresses, I end up, you can see I'm actually not near a fortress. I'm actually surrounded by 4 inns. There's a reason for that. If I'm by these fortresses, there's a couple inns near them, and they really do eat up your energy. They eat up your energy like crazy. So I've been using the night bus. Even though I'm right here and there's fortress there, it's more, for me, it ends up being more important. I'm around 4 inns right now, is I can do about 2 fortresses, and then that's about 5 minutes. And I can wait a second, I can replenish energy from there. So I'm not just going down, down, down. Even now I'm below 100, and I was almost up at max when I got to this park. So it really does, those 2 high-level ones really ate up my energy. So, as I said, here I am, 1632. I'm going to continue to hit the night bus and replenish here. So if you are looking at doing this and you're trying to maybe grind out, maybe go find a place with a bunch of inns, don't worry about the fortress, and then use the night bus. We're going to talk more about how to maximize your experience out of fortresses and just decisions you can make on how you want to go about it. So I'm going to get back at the grind. Let's check in how far I've gotten since then. 6,124 out of 10,000. I've run the night bus a decent number of times. Actually, some of the higher chambers with full groups, and we'll talk more about why you would want to do that. But honestly, the saving grace of all this is the fact that I'm around these 4 inns. I can keep my energy up, so I can keep running it. If I wasn't around these inns, I would have run the night bus maybe, I don't know, 6, 7 times, and then I would just be out of energy, especially the higher chambers, which were more energy intensive. Even though those battles went well, it wasn't wasted. It was pretty good, quick battles. The other thing I want to show you is over in challenges in the registry. I was able to prestige this page to gold, which is awesome. I ended up collecting, I can't remember which of those books was the last. And then the second thing was this page, Joke Products. I was able to get this to bronze, and that was the Skiving snack box. That was the last thing, so I got that to bronze as well. Anyway, I'm going to grind a little bit more. I might actually do some regular grinding, and then we'll catch back up, and I'll let you know where I am with the fortresses, because I probably will run some more. Oh, in the upper right corner, you can see my battery's at 12% right now. So I do need to go get my battery pack, because I did leave that in the car. So I won't be able to do this even if I wanted to until I go get that. So I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Back at home, that was a long day, but it was totally worth it, because look, I am 9,824 out of 10,000 on challenges. After I last left you, I actually walked around the park, because there's a lot more energy to be gotten that way. All the energy that spawns on the ground, that doesn't respawn very quickly, but if you keep moving, you keep seeing it, and I kept hitting inns. I kept walking by fortresses, so I would hit them a couple times, 2 or 3 times, and then move on to more and more and more. So I ended up at 9,824. So I figured I'd save this last one with you guys. So we are going to go on the night bus, and we are going to go into, I'm going to try to make this quick. I think Tower Chamber 1, I believe Tower Chamber 1 with a level 5 runestone. I think that's enough to get it. I think it should give me 200 and something. If it's not, we'll do one more after this. But defeat 2 foes to win. You know Pooh. Plus 200%, level 5 runestone bonus. We're going to talk about that in a second. Oh, and the Wizard Chess Queen. So 217, was that enough? Maybe I needed more. No, it wasn't. It was enough. I think it was just barely enough, like by just a little bit. So let me collect that spell book, which then gets us to here. And then let me collect 2,000 experience, 100 family experience, a silver key, a badge, plus 5 calamity map fragments, which you'll see on the registry page, and 30 spell energy. So there we go. Nice. That's going to work. And then it'll probably give us some kind of congratulations, you have completed the event. Let's see if they want to talk to us. Well, that surge is over, but what a surge it was. Grim Folly can reach out to us, perhaps to any of us at any time. It's very exciting. Hermione, before you get too excited, it might be worthwhile to consider something. Grim can communicate with us, right? Yes. And he did a lot of communicating. He told us he can manipulate the calamity spell to some degree, that he has been imprisoned for a year, and that he is innocent, but he left the most important thing out. What could it be? He didn't tell us how to end this, did he? Or whose fault it was. I think we tread very lightly moving forward. None of us knows what he is really on about, do we? They do. Time is up to complete. Oh, the whole time is up. You're out of time, even though this event goes on for another number of days. Finish the event. Awesome. Now what am I going to do? Well, let me just show you. Oh my gosh, port keys. So port keys. I do have that silver key. I talked about I would use them. You see the other one next to it, 1.4 to 1.5. That'll probably spring in a little bit, and then I'll put it over to the next one down the line. Good chance tomorrow I'm opening up 10 of them. If not, tomorrow, the next day. So in the registry, because I did so many challenges, before we get to the challenges, I see events has a red dot. It's probably just a rank up. It might be a placement too. Oh, it is going to be a placement. We just talked about it. I'm at rank 61. I'm at rank 62. Nice. So I'll probably make it to 65 by the end of the event, just catching things. But on this page right here, Brilliant SOS Task Force Office 2, you can see the map in the background blinking. It was 0 out of 5 prior to this, and a lot of people I know have asked, how do you get that? It's just at the end of the bonus task, it just gives you 5 fragments. So there we go, I got my 5 fragments. And 1,000 experience. Now the calamity is creating foundables of our attempt to track the calamity's creation of foundables. Very confusing. It's almost like the calamity is self-aware and taking the mickey out of us. Taking the mickey out of us. I'm going to have to look up that saying because I do not know that saying. Anyway, back over to the challenge registry pages because, well, it looks like because I ran so many challenges, more spell books, always good. But because I did so many, we saw this gold page before. Well, this page, I actually managed to get 14 out of 14, lower left corner of this screen. And let me click on that. Ooh, nice, 250 family experience. But I knew that was the last thing too, so I wanted to save it for you guys. I'm actually books 3 page. I do get to prestige it over to silver. Nice. And all the fragments, of course, carry over. We've talked about in the past. Then the next page, which is joke products, I actually, on this page, I also am able to place the last sticker. So we're going to be able to prestige this page as well. And I wanted to save both of these for you. By the way, if you ever do this, just prestige it right away, unless you're wanting to show somebody. There's no reason not to just prestige it. So anyway, because I did so many challenges, I ended up getting a lot of those fragments, and those are the ones I was able to place the image as well as prestige. There's a bunch of other fragments I got that helped me work toward getting closer to being able to prestige pages. And when that happens, you'll see it. Before we get to my profession and upgrading my professorship, there's the last thing I wanted to briefly go over, and there's so much more to this than I'm about to say, but I just wanted to give you a base knowledge. If you don't do fortresses a ton, wizarding challenges, and you're curious and you get to that bonus task about 10,000 XP, like how much do you get in fortress battles? There are a lot of variables, but I'm just really going to go over 3 things. Each chamber has a base experience level. The base experience level obviously goes up. The lowest ruins is going to give you a certain amount. That's not that much, all the way up to Dark 5 that gives you a much greater amount. And if you look online, people have made charts of these. But just for your general knowledge, not having to memorize a chart, is there's a base experience. So the higher the chamber you can do, you're going to get more wizarding challenge experience. So if you're trying to pass this task, that 10,000, do higher chambers if you can. Whatever you can do on your own and not use up too much energy, you do those. The second factor we're going to talk about is runestone. If you use a level 1 runestone, you're not getting any bonus experience. If you use a level 2 or a 3 or 4, the higher the runestone you use, that's why you saw me just use a 5. I was using 5s a lot. So do a higher level chamber and use a higher level runestone. And then the other factor that will make your experience go up is grouping up. So to sum all that up, go to the highest chamber you can possibly go to and still do it comfortably. Use higher level runestones. That'll get you more experience as well. And if you're on the night bus, or even if you're out in the world, if you can just group with more people, you're going to gain more experience for that chamber. And one last thing, Barufio's brain elixir, that actually does affect this. The family experience we were working on the previous task, it doesn't affect that, but this is still experience you're gaining from a wizarding challenge, but it's still just your base experience, and Barufio's does double that. And the last thing we are going to do is go into the principles of professorship. And I've already looked around what I want to do. So I actually held off on this for a while because I wasn't using it so much, but I've been doing a lot more fortress battles, and especially as a professor, my first job really is to cast proficiency. And let me just show you this. Enhance team proficiency power. So in the interest of being a better teammate, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this to 36%, and then again to 40%, and then I'm going to finish it off all the way. There we go. And I'm down to 3 books in the restricted section, which I actually don't believe is enough. And I still have some red spell books, but I haven't decided how I'm going to use them yet. Anyway, that is going to do it for today. Tomorrow I'm actually golfing in the morning with my dad. It is Father's Day weekend. But I should have some time later in the day to play. All that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Knox.